Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're a fan of theme park secrets and ghost stories, today's video is for you. We're diving into some haunted tales from the happiest place on earth, Disneyland. Let's jump right in. Let's kick things off on Main Street. Picture this. The sun is set, the park is closed, and you find yourself working a late shift at the Emporium. Cast members have reported hearing their names whispered from the shadows. You're stocking shelves, humming along to the Disney playlist when suddenly, clear as day, you hear your name. You spin around expecting to see a manager or a fellow cast member, but nothing. Just empty aisles and that lingering feeling of being watched. Custodial staff have reported some truly bizarre encounters, unexplained noises, objects moving on their own, even shadowy figures darting between the clothing racks. Some say it's the spirit of a former employee who loved the Emporium so much they never left. Others blame it on the ghosts of credit cards maxed out on Mickey Mouse ears. One night as I was closing up, I could have sworn I heard children laughing near the toy section. But when I went to check it out, there was nothing, just the echo of something that sounded an awful lot like ghostly giggles. Now let's move on to a place that's a little sweeter, the Candy Palace. It's not just a sugar rush waiting to happen, it's also a hotbed for paranormal activity. Specifically the basement. Imagine this, you're down in the depths of the Candy Palace, surrounded by giant lollipops and mountains of fudge, when you hear something. A creak, a thud, the distinct sound of a box of caramel apples hitting the floor. Now, you might think it's just the building settling, right? But when it happens multiple times and you're the only living soul down there, let's just say it's enough to make you want to swear off candy corn for life. And it's not just the basement. Cast members working upstairs have reported feeling cold spots, even unseen hands tugging at their aprons. Some even say they've seen candy move on its own as if guided by an invisible sweet tooth. One cast member told me she was restocking the Mickey Mouse-shaped lollipops when she felt a tap on her shoulder. She turned around, expecting to see a coworker, but there was no one there. And yet, right before her eyes, one of the lollipops slowly rotated on its stick, as if turned by an unseen hand. Whatever it is, it's enough to make you think twice before sneaking that extra piece of fudge. Now, we're leaving the park itself and heading over to the Disneyland Hotel. You'd think a place known for its elegance and charm would be safe from spooky shenanigans, wouldn't you? Well, think again. There's one particular cast member bathroom in this grand old hotel that's gained quite the reputation. We're not talking about your average run-of-the-mill haunted bathroom here. Oh no, this one's got it all. Flickering lights, disembodied voices, and wait for it, a shadow man who chases people out. Cast members have reported seeing a tall, shadowy figure lurking in the corners of their eyes, only to turn and find nothing. But the feeling of dread, of being watched, lingers long after the lights stop flickering. Some brave souls have tried to capture evidence of this elusive entity. They've set up cameras, recorded EVPs, even tried to communicate with it using spirit boxes. But so far, the Shadow Man has remained elusive, content with his reign of terror over this unassuming bathroom. For our final stop on this haunted tour of Disneyland, we're heading back into the park itself. Now, we've all heard the stories about Walt Disney's love for his park, right? How he'd walk down Main Street greeting guests and making sure everything was perfect. Well, some say that even in death, Walt never truly left his beloved Disneyland. And the evidence? The faint scent of cigar smoke that permeates the air near the entry poster tunnel closest to City Hall. Now, for those of you who don't know, smoking has been banned at Disneyland for years. So where could this mysterious cigar smoke be coming from? Some believe it's the spirit of Walt himself, making his rounds and ensuring that his vision for the park is still being upheld. Is it real? Is it just wishful thinking? Or maybe, just maybe, it's the wind carrying the scent of freedom from a nearby smoking area? Look, I don't have the answers, but there's a certain poetic justice to the idea of Walt's spirit lingering in the place he loved most. And there you have it, some of the spookiest stories from Disneyland. Whether you believe in ghosts or think these are just urban legends, it's fascinating to think about the stories hiding behind the magic. If you've ever had a spooky encounter at Disneyland, I'd love to hear about it. Drop your stories in the comments below and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more magical content. Until next time, stay spooky everyone.